Okay, for the term 2 exam, you have to study the remaining chapters. You have to study the remaining chapters which was on the term 1. These chapters you have to deduct it, and then the chapters left after term 1 it should cover in term 2, and the part which is already deducted, one portion is uploaded. So by the deducing that topics, you have to complete the remaining 3 chapters. The remaining 3 chapters, name of the chapter: combustion and flame, pollution of air and water, coal and petroleum. There is no chemical effects. Chemical effects was on term 1. Five, 6 and 18. 5, yes, 6 and 18, yes. 5, 6 and 18, and out of these some deducted part is also there which was uploaded previously. You should follow this. A very little portion is deducted as it is science part, so we cannot deduct, and we have completed this part on the classes also, so no need to deduct the syllabus. Okay. So today we will start from petroleum. Everyone will open page number 59. Okay. So at first very beginning we have, when studied it for the first time, then petroleum was a thick liquid which is black in color and having an unpleasant smell, right? And also one idea was given that when we break the word petroleum to petra plus oleum, petra means rock and oleum, that is oil. So petroleum, that is rock oil. Okay. No, the chemical effects was included previously on term 1. You have got the exam also. So it is called as rock oil. So these are some preliminary ideas. So what is petroleum? It is a thick black liquid with having unpleasant smell, and which we got from the earth crust, from the rock, is called as petroleum. Okay. Now petroleum is a crude oil. Why it is previously called as crude oil or mother oil of all these oils, but here no coconut oil, no mustard oil, no sunflower oil, these parts are deducted, except these, which the oils we got for the use of the fuel, which is used as fuel, we will got it from the petroleum. Now the next point is that how petroleum is formed. So it is formed by the process, that is some natural process, and it is basically found in the seabed because of the marine organism which was there. Due to some natural calamities, it was buried on the earth crust, and as there the absence of air and the high heat content and also the pressure, these 3 conditions convert these dead animals, the remains of the dead animal, to a thick black liquid which is reserved on the layers of rock, and these rocks is called as reservoir rock. So the reservoir rock just works as a sponge. Suppose it is highly pressurized and the thick liquid is within itself, but if we release the pressure, then it automatically comes out to the soil, to the rock layer, that in the liquid form. Just for example, if a sponge is saturated with water or filled up with water, and if we give pressure on that, then the water will come out. So in the same way, it is stored on the reservoir rock, and when the pressure is released, the crude oil will come out from that rock layer. Okay, so this is the process of production of petroleum. Now look at the picture at figure 5.4. There is a reservoir rock. Above that layer, there is divided into three parts. One is one is gas, next is oil, and then the water. So as the gas is lighter, then it is at the top layer, then the oil, and then the water layer. And after, in the upper layer, it is impervious rock. That is, we find the rocks basically. So reservoir rock and impervious rock is different with its properties. Okay. Now in India, in which state the first oil well was digged? In India, in which state the first oil well was dug? In Assam. And throughout the world? Yes, Pennsylvania in USA. The Assam is the correct answer. In India, it is just 8 years later, that is in 1867. Okay, in India, in which state the petroleum is found? One is Assam, next one, that is Mumbai High or Bombay High, next one is the Gujarat, and the delta of Krishna and Godavari in the South India, in the river basin of delta Godavari and Krishna. Okay, so these are the sources of petroleum. Next one is that petroleum refinery, or why refinery of petroleum is required. Refining. So petroleum is a highly dense substance. So as it's having different constituents or different compounds in it, so these constituents, the individual constituent have different applications. So for this, it should be refined, or it should be separated to get its application. So these constituents should be used for its industrial purpose. So why the constituents should be separated? Because it's having different applications in different field. So for this, the refining of petroleum is required. So petroleum is a mixture of petrol, diesel, petroleum phos, paraffin wax and lubricating oil. Now these oil, suppose if we do not extract or do not separate it, then we do not got the lubricating oil, we do not got the paraffin wax, we only use it to burn. Okay, so only heat value we will get, but the synthetic applications, that is the production of petrochemicals or etc., which is there, which should not be used. It is a dark and oily liquid with an unpleasant odor. I have discussed earlier. Refining of petroleum is a process by which different constituents of petroleum are separated. So refining is a process by which different constituents are separated. Have you written it previously? What is the definition of petroleum refinery? If you don't get it, then write it. The definition of petroleum refining, that the process by which different constituents are separated. Or you can also define it in another way, that it is the process of separating petrol, diesel, lubricating oil or etc. from crude petroleum oil. Have you written it previously? That what is the definition of refining? Answer quickly. Okay, so next one, constituents of petroleum and their uses. Why petroleum is called black gold? This is called black gold. Now here gold is with respect to its utility or its industrial value. Its industrial value. For this it is called the gold, or you can also add it the synthetic value also. Okay. No, it is not black. Yes, black is due to its color. The gold is not costly. It is due to its commercial importance. It is called as gold. Yes. Okay, so next word after that is the petrochemical. So what is petrochemical? So the substance produced from petroleum or natural gas, that the origin is the petroleum or natural gas, and by some synthetic application on this we got the different products. So these are called as petrochemicals. One popular example of this is the synthetic fiber, that is the polythene, or the synthetic fiber, that is terylene or etc. These are also called petrochemicals. Okay. So petrochemical, the useful substance obtained from those who have not written the definition on the first time, write it now. Substance obtained from petroleum is called petrochemical. Example, synthetic fiber, and detergents. Okay, so next is that some uses of petrochemicals. So first one I have given in definition, that is synthetic fiber. So synthetic fibers such as polyester, nylon, acrylic, polyester, nylon, acrylic, these are also the petrochemicals. So polyester, it's having great importance. Nylon, you have studied it that in the during the rock climbing. Acrylic, it's also having importance, in a great importance because of its very soft nature. Now you can find the blankets, the upper layer is acrylic. So can you imagine, it is just like a is like a cotton, okay, but it is acrylic, okay, that is originating from petrochemicals. So here it is as it is a polymer, large molecular mass, so but the origin is petrochemical. Next one is the detergents. So what is detergents? The soap is the part, that is soap and detergents, these are come together. Now detergents is the salt of sulfonic acid. It is the salt of sulfonic acid, higher carbon content. So it is the higher sulfonic acid of higher alkane, sulfonic acid of higher alkane. So these detergents, that is the higher alkane, these higher alkane part we will got from petroleum. After that it should be treated to transfer it to its sulfonic acid group, but preliminary the higher alkane we will got from the petrochemical. For this it is important. So this is also called, the detergents is also an petrochemical. Next, polythene is there, polyethylene or polyethylene. What is the formula of ethylene? Okay, before going to ethylene, what is hydrocarbon? Can you tell me what is hydrocarbon? What is hydrocarbon? Yes, carbon plus hydrogen. So it is a compound that constitutes our carbon and hydrogen. So here I am telling about the polyethylene. So ethylene is also a hydrocarbon. Here it is, formula is C2H4. Number of carbon atom is 2, hydrogen is 4, and it's having structure like that. So when these part assembled in n number, where n is more than 10,000, when these part assemble in a large number, that is more than 10,000, n is more than 10,000, then we got the new compound, that is polyethylene, or in short polythene. So polythene is used in the daily life for carrying bags or for its large weight capacity and packaging purpose, etc. It is used. And also man-made plastics, that is some ammonia containing or nitrogen containing substance are inputted on this material so that it is biodegradable, because nitrogen is biodegradable in that aspect. So just that it should be breakage by the biomicroorganisms or organisms which is present on the soil So if it breaks the bond in between the carbon atom, then it will easily be absorbed or it will mixed with the soil. So the man-made article, that is caprolactam, etc., these are also used, that is synthetic, but the origin it is from the hydrocarbon. The hydrocarbon may be straight chain as like this, or it may be cyclic. Benzene, it is not also hydrocarbon. C6H14. C6H10. Okay, so this is also hydrocarbon, that is cyclohexane. Okay, so this is the discussion from petrochemicals. What is its application?
যেদিন আমাদের খেলার ক্লাস থাকবে সেদিনকে তো ঘামবো ধুলোমলি ইয়ে হবে এসে স্নান করি।
Okay, understood? Student, understood this? Any confusion? Any queries? Okay, that's all for today.